Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
Hey everyone, just know that you can use the promo code BROADS for $20 off of your SeatGeek's total purchase, so make sure you get yourself to a game. That was unbelievable. The way the Sixers won this game, it's unbelievable. As a whole, entertainment value-wise, holy hell was that something special. But it's even better, taste even sweeter, because the Sixers walked out of Portland undefeated, without Joel Embiid. They found a way, and it was insane. Throughout this ballgame, the Sixers would find a way to cut the lead to 3 or 4, but Portland always had an answer, whether it was a Simons 3, whether it was Dame Lillard hitting a 50-footer, maybe even 60-footers out there. Portland always had an answer. Until late. It all starts with Ben Simmons hitting clutch free throws. They're down 1. He goes to the line with confidence. He looked good. The stroke was smooth as hell. Nothing but net. We took the lead. Al Horford with a big jam. Furkan Korkmaz with 0.4 seconds left drains a 3 in the corner. Now, give credit to Brett Brown because he did a lot of things. Not only did he execute a great play and draw up a fantastic play, earlier in the fourth quarter, he put Raul Neto in the game, and that sparked the squad. It was only for a very limited amount of minutes, 6, I believe, but those 6 minutes were so powerful when Ben Simmons was on the bench. This was insane, really. I have no clue how they pulled this out because I don't think Ben Simmons had a great game. I didn't think Josh Richardson had a great game. Matisse Thybulle, he needs to be able to contribute a little bit more offensively. It wasn't as if our players were really there. Al Horford was. Tobias provided enough. And who really stepped up? Other than those two. Well, Furkan Korkmaz did, absolutely. But when I watched that entire game and when the Portland Trail Blazers were blowing us out, I didn't think we'd be able to come back. I even tweeted, the Sixers are getting their ass kicked. Start the bus. And of course, every time I tweet something like that, the opposite happens. So I do that on purpose at this point because I want the Sixers to win, so why not? I'm trying to process this. It's so raw to me. But they were able to walk out of Portland without Joel Embiid after being down so much. After the Portland Trail Blazers shot 19 threes. They connected on 19 threes, shooting over 50% from 3. Lillard drops 33 points. He hit 8 himself. Simons hit a couple threes. Rodney Hood with 25. They were consistently hitting everything, it seemed, from outside. In what world did the Sixers really come out of there with the victory? This team is something else. This team really is. In the past, the 76ers would not walk out with the victory. They just wouldn't. It feels different. Let's get into Ben, because I'm so proud of his free throws late. It means so much for the future of this team. It really does. Because teams would foul him on purpose, forcing him to go to the line. And he used to have this scared look in his face. They were huge. Not just for this game, but for the future of this organization. Huge. But how many times tonight, and take away his stat line, because if you just looked at his stat line, it looks gorgeous. But how many times would he go up to the rim and it would be soft? And the layup would miss. And it would hit the rim a couple times. And so many times, he will not go hard to the rim. You gotta be more demanding when you're at the rim. And I know Ben knows this. But why was it so soft in this game? He was also scared to shoot. They were daring him to shoot at times, and he was back to his old self, where he stops, he looks around, he tries to find someone to kick it out to. He had no mindset in taking jumpers whatsoever tonight. And realistically, through the first 5 games of the season. But I saw it on full display in this game specifically. Think about it. The Portland Trail Blazers are up. They're up a good portion. They're up by a good margin. Of course they would dare Ben Simmons to shoot. They think it's a high percentage for them to get the basketball back without any points being on the board. But he was not willing. Just not willing. 11 steals, 8 blocks, 84 points in the paint. The team thrived defensively at the end. Before Simons hit that 3, Dame Lillard, listen, this is how it all played out, all right? So the Sixers were up 1. Dame Lillard with the ball with just under 10 seconds left. We're going to get the ball out of his hands because he was killing the Sixers all night long. You bring a double. The double wasn't the smoothest, but you get it out of his hands. He kicks it out to Simon in the 3, and he ends up nailing it. Sixers down 2. But before that play happened, Portland didn't score for a good 3+ minutes. The Sixers' defense was so fantastic late. They were being annoying. They were forcing turnovers. They were being aggressive. They forced CJ McCollum to pull up with a bad shot. They forced Dame Lillard at one point to try and force a pass underneath the basket that went out of bounds. It was the difference maker. It's what changed the momentum into the Sixers' favor. The only way they were stopping the Sixers from going on a big-time run was to get fouled and go to the charity stripe so it would slow the game down a bit. Lockdown D late made it happen. So I didn't like Ben Simmons' game all around. The free throws, it almost makes me forget what happened throughout the game because that's such a game changer to his style of play, and it's such a game changer to his game personally and individually. So it almost makes me forget about what happened throughout the game. But I still know. It's still in the back of my head. He went up to the basket way too soft, and he was clearly afraid to shoot. Noticeably afraid to shoot. And Josh Richardson, he struggled shooting the ball, but he made a big-time 3 late when needed. Let's get to Furkan. Furkan Korkmaz finishes with, 11 points? Knocked down a couple threes. You know what else he did? He took charges. The guy was being active defensively. It was impressive to watch, not going to lie. He looks different than what he did last year. It was a big-time shot that he made. You can't deny it. All of us Furkan Korkmaz haters who don't believe in Furkan Korkmaz, that was a statement. Now, I'm not going to tell you he's this ultimate role player right now because he did this for one game, but that was a statement. Not just the shot he made, which was absolutely unreal, but the defense, I see it. He's willing to defend. Last year on defense, the guy was J.J. Redick. You can't have that on the basketball floor. You just can't. But if you're willing to give defense and give effort like he did in this game in Portland, well, you're going to find yourself on the floor way more. Because that's why guys can't find time. Of course, if you're missing shots left and right, that doesn't help. But for majority of the reasons, if you can't defend in this league, if you're getting waxed defensively, you're not going to find any minutes. Well, he's added that to his game. He's not a Matisse Thybulle by any means, but he's clearly developed in that area. And speaking of Matisse, he knocked down a 3, but he still is ugly offensively at times. When he puts the ball on the floor, I hate to say this, but it reminds me of Robert Covington. He really does put the ball on the floor to that degree. It's that horrendous. He doesn't know what to do. He throws the ball up. He does knock down threes at times. He's not at the point where when he shoots it, I think, yeah, it's a good look. He's going to drill it. When he shoots it, I still believe, I don't know if that's going in. Now, I firmly believe he will develop into a three-point shooter where I feel satisfied when he takes these open looks and I feel comfortable with it going in. He's just not there yet, and it doesn't happen overnight, and I get that. But he's got to work on offense. Because even when we drafted him, I was disappointed because I thought the Sixers needed a little bit more scoring. And listen, I would take Matisse Thybulle any day of the week. I'm happy with the outcome. He's leading the NBA in steals. I'm all for his defense. I really am. But we need to figure out spacing, and he needs to develop a little bit of offense. He does. He can make the threes. He can if he's open. It's just not at the level of consistency that we need. And I know he has the work ethic to make it happen. It just needs to happen. That's all. Kyle Quinn stepped in for some minutes. At points we were having him up top, and he was passing the ball beautifully. He had some really nice passes. One of them was fantastic backdoor cut. Just really good with the basketball and his vision. Kyle Quinn providing such a good energy spark. He really does. All around. Remember, without Joel Embiid, and I know they were missing a big man as well, and Rodney Hood left at one point in this game, and he was shredding with 25 points, so that was a big loss. But I look at this from a Sixers perspective, right? To go on the road, to be down double digits consistently without your big man, for Al Horford to be the guy to lead the team to victory. I would say at the end of the day, even though Furkan made the big shot and Tobias had a decent amount of points and Ben Simmons hit the free throws late, Al Horford led the team as a professional to victory. He had that dad look in his eyes that he was going to get the job done for the fellas. Seriously, that dunk at the end, it was impressive. 25 points. 25 points. I love it. 7 assists. 7 assists for the big man. 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. I'm starting to get comfortable watching him be in a Sixers uniform. It took some time, I'm not going to lie. It was weird. I'm used to him being in the green and hating it. It's nice to watch now that he's in the real colors. The blue. It's starting to look normal. And there's something special with this team. Even after the game, getting interviewed, Al Horford, Furkan, Josh Richardson comes in the middle, puts his arm around both guys. There's something to be said about that. Really? I'm telling you, we've all been watching the Sixers for a while now. The last few years with Ben, with Joel, this team, it looks different. It feels different. And there's a sense with this team that they are legit. And that makes me so pumped up. I can't wait to see what they do to the Phoenix Suns. How long can they go until they get their first loss? 5-0 on the season. It puts a smile on my face. I literally did not think that they were going to win this game. And if you're going to tell me you did when they were down double digits late in the third where Dame was hitting these insane shots and all of them were knocking down threes at this unbelievable clip, if you're telling me you believe they were going to come back and win, you're lying. You're lying. But that's how amazing the comeback really was. That's how amazing it was. I'm laughing from enjoyment and disbelief. I'm so happy. This team is never going to go out without a fight. No matter what the score is. They are determined. They are willing to sacrifice no matter what the score is. They will fight until the last second. That's not something we're used to with the Sixers. Start embracing it. It's real. With that being said, let me know your thoughts down below. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.